be doing is we're going to look at 3 different techniques and how to get to a position that we call Andrew's ex-girlfriend. And then we're going to make 3 short videos afterwards. Each one's going to break down different submission. So, Gracie, yeah, you cute. That's my old dog. So first we're going to look at how to get to the position. And one of my favorite ways of getting there is from side control. So just in a basic side control position. And I like to do this a lot when my opponent is turning really hard into it. So as she turns, I'm going to take my underhook arm and I'm going to get what I like to call a short hook on the tricep. So all I'm going to do is pull my elbow down, and as I do, my underhook arm catches right at the tricep. I pull this down towards the ground and I'm going to put my chest on it so I'm nice and heavy on her arm. That's going to make it difficult for her to go back towards her back. All right, so I'm keeping her kind of in the side position. I'm going to spin and rotate, and I put one of my legs on each side of her head. All right, so I'm pinching her head with my thighs. Then once I'm here, my free hand comes underneath and replaces my underhook hand. All right, so my hand that's closest to her back goes on top of her ribs and underneath her arm. All right, so it's just a replacement. The entire time, I'm trying to keep my chest on her arm. The only time I come up at all is as I make the switch. So I'm here, and I'll go like this. Then, my free hand now grabs down at the wrist. My hand that's underneath her elbow clamps down on my own, kind of like a kimura grip. But I still have her elbow pinned to my chest. Now, the way that we want to end up in this position, I'm going to take my forehead and kind of drive forward, pushing off of my toes. And I'm trying to take this elbow and move it as close to her hips as I can. So I go from here, where she's nice and relaxed, her head's nice and low on the ground. And I want to drive forward, lifting her head up and putting more weight on her. So I go from here to here. You see how that lifts her head up? That's going to be really, really important for a future technique. So I'm here. And then to finish, drive forward, keeping my chest on her elbow in order to lift her head up. Now from here, I've got a few different options. I'm going to show them to you fairly quickly right now. And then again, in the next few videos, we'll break down each one in more detail. So the first one is just a nice, simple kimura or elbow lock from this position. Ideally, if this hand is free, she's not grabbing onto anything, I'm going to keep the elbow tight to my chest, and all I'm going to do here is sit up. Once I'm here, I can rotate the elbow back in order to finish it. Oftentimes, this hand will try to grab onto the belt, right? Or she can try to grab onto her sleeve, but usually that hand will try to grab onto the belt, and that makes it really difficult to pull the arm away. So follow or watch in the next video and I'll show you the trick for how to deal with this. The second submission that I like, if we're having a hard time getting the arm up, or if we'd rather go for a choke, I'm going to feed the gi to my hand in order to trap her arm. Then I can rotate my legs behind, grab the lapel, and then I've got a modification of like a paper cutter choke, right? A very similar type choke. The third one that we're going to do, one of my favorites, this is the main reason why we drive forward. I can finish with a scissor choke. So that basic position, Andrew's ex-girlfriend, with 3 submissions we can do from there. And then in the next few videos, we'll break down how we did each one of those.